Okay, guys, you got Darren Lill here with the MLM Superheroes, and we are live right now on a weekly Millionaire Mentoring session with our team. Great things happening right now, guys, and I want to just do a little bit of a snapshot here tonight for maybe some of the new people that are just getting started with the company. Here's what's really interesting, that I don't know if this is going to happen or not, but I'm just telling you what I believe may happen, okay? Because there was a top secret meeting that went on, I believe, last night, and I saw Chris Jones actually on the broadcast. I think that iPass and Empower Network may do a merger, okay? And I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that that's what's going to happen, and they'll probably I don't know this for fact, guys. I'm just telling you what my intuition's telling me, is that I think what's going to probably happen is that Empower Network is going to pay some cash, or Chris Jones is going to get a piece of Empower Network, and they're going to do some sort of a merger. That's my guess. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but that's my guess, okay? Now, that's actually a really cool thing, and there probably won't be an announcement until the Rise event. That's my guess. Typically, events, they like to have some sort of breaking news to, get into another state of liftoff. Now, it's important to really understand that, Chris Jones has made millions and millions of dollars with online marketing. He has a lot of talent, a lot of skill that he would be bringing to the table in the event that that was to happen. I don't know if it's going to or not, okay? But that's what my intuition's telling me. So, in the event that that's the case, then I've obviously seen part of the future there, and it's coming into sort of fruition. But that's what I believe is potentially about to happen, and that's a really good thing, because what it's going to do, it's going to create this unity between the two powerhouse organizations, and it's also going to put Chris Jones into the sort of a higher level of management, whatnot, and I think that he brings a huge amount of asset to the team. So I'm really excited about that. But guys, what I want to do here tonight is I want for you to really understand about launching a business. Okay? Because a lot of people don't quite understand what it really takes, okay? What it really takes to get a business into liftoff. And what I will compare this to is to an airplane, right? You don't see the airplane and the pilot, getting ready for liftoff and taxiing down the runway doing 5 or 10 miles an hour. It doesn't work that way, guys, okay? So, typically, if I reach out to somebody, like let's say that I go through my whole list of people on the team, okay? And I just reach out, touch base to say a quick hello, right? If I haven't had a chance to connect with somebody for a while, if I go down all the way down the whole row and I go, I haven't talked to them for a while, I'll just give them a call. Whether I reach them or not, it's not the important thing. The important thing is the energy, right? So I'll reach out, touch base, and say a quick hello, or I'm going to leave a message, right, on their answering machine. Now, if I have a conversation with a person and I go, well, give me an idea, like what's happening in your business. Well, I talked to this one guy. Okay, you're broke, right? Bottom line. Your business is it's not going anywhere, right? Because that is the 5 mile an hour going down, taxiing down the runway. And a plane cannot get liftoff, guys, unless it's full throttle all the way down, you know, going as fast as it possibly can before it becomes airborne. And it's still full throttle, guys, until they get up to their cruising altitude, and then it's cruising, right? The same thing works with the space shuttle, right? So the most amount of fuel that it takes to get that space shuttle into space is the first section, right, where it's leaving the atmosphere. Your business is exactly the same way, right? So imagine this. You start a restaurant, okay, and you have a grand opening, okay? You have a grand opening. A grand opening is where you get the most influential people all in one space, all at the same time, and they all try your food, okay? The most influential people all at the same time, and they try your food, okay? Now, here's what I will tell you. Let me ask, Shirley, can you unmute for a sec?
Hey.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever been to a restaurant, okay? A new restaurant opens up, and you walk in there and you go like, oh my God, look at the atmosphere in here. This place is amazing. And you try their food, and you're so blown away that you tell everybody about it. Have you ever had a situation like that?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever had a situation where, you know, a new place goes, opens up, and you go in there, you sit down, and by the time you sit down, you kind of look around and you go like, oh my God, this atmosphere totally sucks, right? And
Right.
you try the food, and you go, oh my God, this food's really bad. I'm never coming back here again. Have you ever had something like that happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
So what you guys got to understand here about this type of a business model, it's no different than any type of other business, okay? So some people are going to come to the grand opening, and they're not going to like the atmosphere. Some people are going to come to the grand opening, and they're going to say, I don't like Greek food restaurant. I'm allergic to Greek food, right? Whatever, right? That's a possibility. Now, there's going to be some people that come to the grand opening, and they're going to tell everybody, your business is exactly the same. So don't take an offense if somebody takes a look at your business and it's just not a fit, right? That's why I created that safety net for myself, right? So if I said, so Tom, what do you like best about the video? Darren, it totally sucked. Cool. What do you got planned for the weekend? Right? So I got no emotion that's attached to their answer. I don't care, right? In the event that they decide, oh, this is phenomenal, I really like the time freedom, right? Tell me more about that, right? Well, Darren, I mean, the thing's totally automated, and I like the fact that it really creates leverage, and it can create an income for me while I'm at work or while I'm sleeping. I know exactly how you feel. I felt the same way when I saw it. Here's what I found, right? That, when I was actually in a meeting or at dinner, I started getting commissions, right? I started getting automated commissions. So, that's what I'm talking about. So there's no emotion attached to it either way. But in your launch, guys, okay, in your launch, okay, if you want to get into instant money, instant cash flow, the 25 connections in any given day to break inertia, 100%, okay? But at a certain point, you're going to realize, and it's probably after you've been doing it between 3 to 5 months, okay, you will realize that you have no freedom. You really don't have freedom because you're still doing a job, right? You're trading time for money, and if you don't have that communication with people, you get no sales, okay? So the goal is really this. The goal is to start to create content. If you're not creating content that's cloning you, making cloned copies of you, Google Hangouts. Hey guys, I just learned this new strategy on, how to set up a Facebook fan page, or how to, add a graphic, or how to put a border around something, or, how to use screen capture so that you can make some graphics and showcase some of your results, or how to use PowerPoint, something that's providing value to the industry. If you're not doing that, there's no clone copies of you working for you, bottom line, okay? And you will be trading time for money and trading time for money, and at some point in time, you're going to wake up and go, holy cow, 6 months has gone by, and all I have is a job, right? So if you're not focused on your blog, and you're not doing any type of videos of what you're learning, and you're not doing any Google Hangouts or PowerPoint presentations to share what you got out of the training, like what Chad's done, right? Then you're not going to start getting autopilot signups. Think about it. Because when you go to sleep, your business is closed, right? You go to sleep, your business is closed. So that means your business can only be open when you're awake and when you're on your computer, right? And that's not what I call a preferred state, okay? That's not a preferred state, okay? A preferred state is when you consistently put out content that showcases you as a leader, and you're out at a movie and you get a commission notification that says, congratulations, you just made $3,000. That's freedom, guys, right? So you can either, use a budget and get qualified buyers and send them to a page and test out different solo ad providers, or do a campaign like what we're doing right now with our co-op, where we're specifically targeting specific audiences. So right now we're going after the personal development niche to start to lasso those people in, and then talk to the people, then talk to that target market, right? So, and that's paid marketing, right? Or you can also do your videos, your blog strategies, and your Google Hangouts, okay? Now, what I will tell you guys is that if you look at the people that are really kind of on the upward swing, okay, and if you follow the Facebook news feed, this is what I do, okay? I'll share with you guys what I do. I go to the leaderboards and I look for all the new names, okay? I look for all the new names that I haven't seen in a while, or maybe I've never seen them. And I type their name into Facebook and I start to look at their content, right? I also will Google them and I'll try to opt into their list. If I see a person consistently showing up at the top of the leaderboards, why do I want to try and reinvent the wheel? Think about it. Okay, in school, when we went to school, if you copied somebody, they called it cheating, right? In business, they call it masterminding. Okay, really important distinction, guys, that you get this. Why do you want to reinvent the wheel? Somebody emails me the other day and they say, Darren, I don't know what to write. What do I write? I don't know what to send my people for an email. Okay, so don't be the victim, right? Take a proactive approach and go, I wonder what Aaron Rashkin writes his people. Alex and Zubarev and his wife have been at the very top of the leaderboards, Alex and Anna. Why don't I opt in to see what they're sending their people so that I can piggyback off of them? right? Michael Martin is another one. He's risen up to the very top of the leaderboards. He was on the stage at the last event, right? Why not see what he sends out to his people and just piggyback off of what he's doing, right? Versus trying to completely, totally reinvent the wheel and write your own copy, right? So here's what I will tell you. When you first get into marketing, what you want to do is you want to opt into a bunch of people's lists and then start to follow the headlines. Which one of these headlines stops you in your tracks? Which one of the headlines gets you to be curious? Which one of the headlines gets you to want to go click to see what's behind door number one, right? That's the fast track, okay? So don't try to reinvent the wheel, guys. It's not necessary. Why would you want to do that, right? If you find yourself doing that, right, where you're trying to come up with your own thing, your own headline, your own copy, starting from complete total scratch, just so you know, that's your ego, okay? That's your ego. Why would they want to make it hard for themselves? I mean, I could be in a situation where I've never even written copy. Why would I want to stress myself out? What would be my benefit of that? Why would I want to sit in front of my computer and get all frustrated? Oh, I don't know what to do, and all stressed out. Why would I want to do that when I can just opt into 10 or 15 people's emails, read them, and go, hey, this is a really good one. Cut, paste, you know, tweak their story a little bit so it's congruent with you or something that happened in your life, change the links all the way down, pop, send it off, right? If you're having a challenge with coming out with blogging ideas, make a list of the top 10, 15 people that are on the leaderboards, find their blog, read 10 or 15 blog posts that they've done, get some ideas, and go, oh, okay, I see how they've used that language. I see how they've created the story, right? Talking about the story, luring people in, asking questions, bridging over, talking about pain, right? Taking people through that whole pain factor, getting them emotionally connected to their pain, and then dangling the solution of where they can get the solution to their problem, right? Why try and reinvent the wheel? It's not necessary, right? It's just not necessary. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is this. Spend some time on the leaderboards, guys. Okay, you want to know who are the up-and-comers because they'll say new next to their name, okay? If they're brand new, it'll say new. If they're just popping on the leaderboards. And what you'll find is that there's a lot of new people. That's really good, guys, just so you know. When you see a lot of new, that's a really good sign for a company, okay? You don't want to always be seeing the exact same names on the leaderboards. You want new people coming in. That means that it's getting more and more competitive, and the brand new people are following the training, implementing the type of strategies that I'm telling you guys about, and they're showing up on the leaderboards, having $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000 days, right? So number one, don't try and reinvent the wheel, okay? You can get email ideas from the leaders. You can get blogging ideas from the leaders, okay? You should also make it a goal, if you're not already booked for the event, you're gonna literally be left by the side of the road by at least 8 months, okay? Just telling you guys straight up. When you put the amount of energy into one room with leadership, that's when your personal breakthrough starts going off like popcorn, okay? And things that might have been really foggy all of a sudden go, and you can see it as clear as day. And what you'll realize is that it was way easier than you even thought the whole time, right? But you had the fog there and you couldn't quite see it, and all of a sudden you get to the event, you hear it from all these different people, and boom, right? It opens up, okay? So don't try and reinvent the wheel, okay, number one. Number two, you should be trying to find those people at the event, okay? You want to get pictures taken with them, and you want to speak with them just to get a little bit of this, okay? That's your goal, okay? It's called cross-pollination. You want to be going outside of your core group and our group and start to connect with people in other teams, right? So that you can create a tripod, right? Which is what I did with Scott and Todd. They're not actually on my original team, guys, just so you know, right? Important that you guys get this, okay? Because from that, guess what happened? I want you guys to start to think about your business like more of an empire, okay? Start to think of your business like an empire, okay? Now, if you are the only person that is investing into your business, right, it can be a little bit more stressful, right? Because all the pressure's on you, all the risk is on you, right? But if you can bring in a collective group of people, okay, and diversify like the risk, right? So you're spreading out the risk between a number of different people, okay? But all that advertising dollars is going into your business, your team, right? And the more that you can help to raise those people up, guess what happens? You start making more income, okay? So here's how my mind thinks with this stuff. Because when I roll out companies, guys, it's based upon this. It's based upon a vision, okay? What's your vision, right? Who's the competition in the marketplace, right? That's your special sauce, right? So what's your vision? What makes you unique and different? There's only one you, guys, just so you know. There's no other you, right? There's no other you. You are the only you, okay? But what can you do that's going to, that's why I call it the special sauce, because, you know, you will go to a restaurant that has like a teriyaki sauce for their steak or a specific salad dressing, and you will go out of your way to go to that particular restaurant because your taste buds will want whatever it is that's on that menu, right? Would you guys agree with that? Right? You ever driven across town or something to go to a specific place because you went there and had lobster before, you went there and had some clam chowder, or, you know, a specific salad with Cajun chicken on it, and it was so good that you'll drive out of your way to get to that same place, right? That's called a special sauce, okay? A special sauce. Have you ever been in a situation where, you know, you've had apple pie before, but not like grandma's apple pie, right? Because grandma's apple pie is next level, right? She's got some special thing that she does to the ingredients, and it's just amazing, right? That's what I'm talking about. So you got your vision, right? What makes you unique and different, right? So that you can, hey, if you join me, right, here's what you're going to get, right? That's where the bonuses start coming in. But if I can now take what I call an executive summary, okay? An executive summary will talk about the market. It will talk about, you know, the pulse on the market, the demand that we're hitting, the niche that we're hitting, any other people that are in the space currently, right? And then it will give some type of projections of what can the investors expect and profit, right? So that those original investors are going to make more money, right? The price of the instead of me going out and spending $23,000 myself, right? Each person put in a grant. Okay, now some people, what you'll find is this: when remember we're talking in our training about the time continuum. Okay, once you open up the time continuum, guys, okay, and you get emotionally connected to the future reality, and you lasso it into your body now, okay, you open up a vortex. Okay, so you're going to take the vision, you're going to lasso it, and right? So here's my vision. My vision was that we were going to start off with 20,000, okay, 20 people at 1,000 each. And from there, we're going to 40,000. Okay, it's going to be a double up. So people are going to be putting in $2,000 a piece, right? 20 people, 40 grand. The next one is going to be $4,000 a piece for 80,000. And now I'm going to take 20,000 figures, 40,000 figures, 80,000 figures, create the entire spreadsheet with an executive summary, and then I'm going to go raise $1 million. 10 people at 100 grand each, right? With a full-blown campaign, okay? Now, that's something that anybody could do, right? But here's the thing. Because that vortex is open, Ashley Legacy came in at 3,000, right? So she took 3 spots. Mary Barnett took 3 spots, right? And Todd Witherspoon took 2 spots. So we have actually, right, advanced the energy force from the 20,000 almost to the 80,000, right? Because people are already coming in at 2,000 or 3,000 each, right? You understand how this works, guys? So because the time continuum was open, right, and I made it very clear as to what intention, what was my intention, right? What's the end goal that I'm trying to be able to create, right? But the intention has emotion that's behind it, which opens that up. So I went, you know, when I proclaimed on the 20, guess what? It actually came in at 23, plus the amounts aren't 1,000. They're going to 2 and 3, which is the next stage. It's not accident, guys. This is science. This is quantum physics, right? Now, if you apply the same type of strategy to your business, here's what's magical. When I was in my first month, I got emotionally connected to my intention. What was my intention, right? Because my body, the electrons, the communication between my body and the electrons was so strong. And okay, so imagine you've got, this is the timeline. Here's where I start. Here's 30 days in, okay? Now, for the first little bit, it didn't look like much was happening, okay? But I continued to walk forward in complete blind faith and take massive action and document any bit of successes that I had. Now, if you guys go back and look at my very first stuff, I was only putting out posts of back office screenshots, guys, where I had 125 bucks residual. Wasn't a lot, but boy, I sure made it look pretty, right? Arrow, arrow, circle, boom, 7 days in, bop, 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 bop. Check out, this is blowing me away. It's completely automated, right? It wasn't a lot of income. It's how it was presented, okay? And I wanted to say, how could I make this look cool, right? So I would take a screenshot in the back office and 11 days in, 14 days in, 17 days in, 20 days in, 23 days in. Arrow, arrow, circle, circle, boom, boom, this amount, this residual income, screenshot, screenshot, drop shadow, and I would make graphics. And that was my campaign. Now, it didn't look like there was a lot happening, guys. Didn't look like there was a lot happening. It took 3 weeks. Now, if you are a person that falls onto the other side, oh, this probably is not going to work. I'll bet I'm not going to make my 10,000. Oh, right? That's the reality that you will start to manifest. I know how this works. Okay? You have to walk forward in complete blind faith. You have to trust the process, and you better believe you're going to get tested. Okay? With what I'm talking about right here, you will get tested. Okay? So it's 3 weeks in before I hit my first $3,000 day. I don't have a lot of time left, right? There's not a lot of time left between the 3rd week and the 4th week. But I continue walking forward. Campaign, right? The emails are going out now with the stories. Stories sell, facts tell. Okay? Now, when I'm going to show you guys this so that you really understand this. When I sent out a blog post, 3 blog posts this last week, one about the Lion King, one about sea doing, and one about just being yourself, okay? I had the least amount of opt-outs, okay? So maybe I sent out the email and there's like 4 people opted out, okay? 3 people opted out, okay? Because people like the story. They read the story, right? So when I was reaching out to my people that had just enrolled, I'd say, just out of curiosity, how exactly did you find out about me, right? And they said, oh, actually, I read your story about you and your son sea doing at the lake, right? Because I also have a pay-per-click campaign going right now, or not pay-per-click, a solo ad campaign with 2,000 clicks, and I'm monitoring, right, which is going to be more effective for me. Writing stories, opening up my heart, right, letting people connect with my naked soul, my real me, my family, right, my life lessons, things I'm learning, things I might be learning from my son, and how this automated system is allowing me to spend that time doing the things I love, right? 4 opt-outs, 3 opt-outs, okay? Today, I wanted to test that next to, the headline said, special documentary, exclusive documentary or something, talks about this $1 million formula on, how you can, have $1 million online business. And it was a little tiny bit of copy, not a lot, right? It was just that, when I first saw this, I kind of thought, yeah, right, until I actually rolled it out and made hundreds of thousands of dollars on applying this training. 23 opt-outs. 23, guys, versus 4, right? Okay, so I'm 3 weeks in to my original campaign, but I'm putting the stories out, right, about having brunch with my son and making $250, or being at the fish and chips house and having a beer with my pals, and I made $80 during that time, and these little tiny stories, and I ran them on my Facebook page. Now keep in mind, I'm 3 weeks in, and my goal is 10 grand, right? And I only had that one $3,000 day at 3 weeks in. Now, keep in mind, I had some little days of the 250, this 175, blah, blah, blah. Guess what ends up happening? My income was $93.75 at the end of month 1. Plus, with my residual, it was actually over the 10 grand mark. So now what do? I got to recalibrate, and I've got to set a new intention, okay? So my intention went, because I started having $3,000 days, I raised the frequency to start to get my mindset tapped into having a $9,000 day. So for the following 2 months, that's what was going on in here. That's all that I could vibrate at was $9,000, $9,000, $9,000, $9,000 days. I started to see these things going off like popcorn. Now, by month 2, some $6,000 days started to show up. By month 3, it was a $25,000 month, guys. All because I set the intention. Walking forward in complete blind faith. This is really important, guys. I did the exact same thing with the campaign, with the co-op, right? So now my goal, right, my personal goal originally was that just collectively amongst the leadership group, we were going to bring in $20,000. Here's what was really cool. Of the 23 grand, just hold on a sec. Of the 23,000, probably, 15,000 of that is within my team. Okay, 15,000 of that is underneath me. Okay, so I want you guys to understand the profound impact of this. Okay, so let's say that you're starting a business and you've got to come up with $15,000 yourself and take that risk, right? Of the $15,000, right, there's going to be some of the people, if they get five sales in from their investment, right, 3 of the 5 sales are going to be coming to me, right? If a person already has 1 sale and they get 4 more, right, 2 of the sales are coming to me, 3 and 5. So I want you to understand the concept now of leverage. Leverage, guys, right? If I want for you guys to be able to look at all the stuff that's happening. This is the reason that I wanted to open this up to you guys so that you could really, it's almost like an osmosis that takes place. At some point in time, guys, at some point in time, you are going to be me, okay? You are going to be the person that is, doing this right here. You are going to be the person that's putting together your own tripod, that hopefully when you go to the event, that's what you're going to be thinking in your mind, right? What can you bring to the table as a leader, and how can you magnetically pull other people that are also leaders? They don't have to be on your team, guys. It's critical that you get this, okay? You're going to bring in some special sauce, okay? And they're going to bring in some special sauce. And another person is going to bring in their special sauce. And you're going to be part of a bigger special sauce that you get to use as not only a leverage tool, right, to recruit people with, but your brand is now your brand is now going out to two other people's lists. You guys get the impact of this? Okay. So if I can provide value to a marketplace, okay, like as an example with subconscious mind tapping, right? Or how to develop a $9,000 day mindset, or how to recruit new reps in 6 to 45 minutes. Even if somebody's not on my team, allow them to use that bonus that may not even have been on the team, right? Because I know this. The universe will give you a raise. when you're prepared to surrender like that. That's how it works, guys. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Chad?
Oh yeah, 100%. Definitely,
Um,
I see the value of cross-pollinating with other leaders. And I've actually thought about that for a while, because even on social media that happens, just being in pictures with other people, it's a good way to build your brand fast.
Absolutely. So, guys, there's a couple things that you want to be thinking about right now, okay? Number one, how can you fast track your business? What are some strategies that you can use to fast track your business? Well, I'll tell you one of them is opt into people's lists. Number two, find out what are they doing? What are they writing about? Right? What are they contributing to the marketplace to get the type of sales that they are, right? And if you can, search them on YouTube and watch their videos, right? Doesn't it make sense that if somebody's gone from, say, 0 to 300 grand, that they probably have something about their energy force, something to the way that they deliver a message? Why make it hard on yourself, right? Follow what's working from the people that are getting the results that you want. Don't try to reinvent the wheel here, right? Like a lot of people will say, you know, Darren, I don't know what to blog about, okay? Well, have you gone to the leaderboards, taken those people's names, put them into Google, tracked down what they're doing, gone to YouTube and watched some of their videos and read some of their blog posts and some of their emails? If the answer is no, okay, you are literally putting yourself into a position where you like suffering, literally. Right? So instead of taking the fast track, you want to try to go through the school of hard knocks. Don't do it, right? Why would you want to put yourself through that type of pain? It's not necessary, right? It's not necessary. So what can you do to fast track your business? How can you do a presentation without you, right? How can you do a presentation without you? Right? Without you involved, right? So what I mean by that is, how can you do a video that speaks to people's pain? How can you write a blog post that speaks to people's pain? How can you share something that you already know that they're having pain and give them the solution to their pain, right? So I can tell you this, the majority of the people that get into this industry go through massive amounts of rejection with their friends and family. Nobody shows up to their home parties, and they're tired of getting rejected, right? And they're tired of their friends not returning their phone calls anymore, especially when it's the Friday or Saturday night. They just want to go see a movie, right? And nobody will return their phone calls anymore because they've harassed them so much, right? That's painful. People that are sold on their dream, they're sold on their business model, but they can't recruit anybody, and they don't know what to do, right? And their leader just keeps on saying, make a list of your contacts, make a list of your contacts, right? Let's get on some three-ways, right? So that's their pain. They're already sold on the business model, but they don't know what to do, okay? Now, here's the other thing that I'm going to tell you. If you want to make your business path really painful for yourself, target all the broke people, okay? Target all the broke people, because they won't even be able to afford their auto ship on the second month. So if you want to make it really painful for yourself and you want to waste your time and spin your wheels, target all the broke people, right? Because that'll really confirm the wheel spinner, right? Try and be the savior for all the victims, right? And see what your life, you know, not only starts to look like, but feel like, right? If I ever have a situation in business, guys, just so you know, where my business is on a flat line, or I've got no sales, or I can feel one of these coming on. Okay? I'll tell you the first thing that I do. I cut off all contact with victims. Completely. Completely. I will not, you won't see me answering my phone. I'll go to voicemail. Okay? I won't return the Skype chats or the Facebook chats if I feel the person's in a victim energy. They're cut off. Now, why do I do that? Because I have to clear my vibration and raise it up to a higher level. So what do? I go to the people that are in a high vibration. So I might reach out to Aaron Rashkin or give him a call. I might reach out to Paul Hutchings, right? I might reach out to Chad Oxted. He's on the rise right now. I might reach out to Desmond soon here in Vancouver, right? What I want to do back to back is I want to get on the phone or Skype with people that are in the success vibration, that are having $3,000, $5,000, $7,000, $10,000 days, and I just want to get on an energy portal. This is an energy portal, guys, just so you know. This is an energy portal, okay? And something happens when you get on the phone or on Skype or on Google or wherever with somebody that's at a very high resonance, somebody that understands these principles. There's something that takes place called energy transference. Energy transference. That means that just by being on the phone, just by being on a hangout, you go through a personal breakthrough. And there's no explanation. All the areas of your life start to like blossom and flower because of the energy force. Okay? So, if your business is not in forward momentum, okay, number one, do not hang out with the broke people, guys. Number one. Number two, don't get sucked down the victim rabbit hole, okay? As soon as I have that feeling that person's in, oh, I'm out, okay? I'm done right there. You know, I got to get going. My phone's ringing. You know, it was great chatting. Have a nice day. I'm out, right? So off with the victims, and you want to start to follow the leadership, follow the leaderboards. Who's tapped into their personal power, right? You know, Alex and Anna right now are on a major role, right? Why not reach out and congratulate them? That might be a good idea. How about that, right? Why not just say a quick hello? Why not just say, you know, hey, Alex, I saw your post or watched your video. It was really inspirational. Congratulations on your success. You know, I look forward to meeting you in person at the next event. That's what leaders do, guys, okay? So you want to start to shift your activities into leadership activities, okay? Stop trying to save the victims and start trying to save yourself, okay? Go up to the higher level to get the energy transference. Okay, now here's what I will tell you. This is what I do, guys. I'm no different, okay? I'm no different. I'm not like immune to, you know, the victim energy, because you'll get energy transference from the victims over to you and they'll suck you down, right? If you start hanging out with all the broke people, your vibrational resonance will drop back down into the 3D reality, into the victim reality, okay? And it's not fun, okay? Stuff will start going bad, this, that, and the other thing, and you're down the rabbit hole, okay? You've really got to start to do a couple things. You got to protect your dream, okay? Protect your dream. Don't take your dream to people that are the naysayers, okay? So, in other words, if you have a spouse or you have a family member or you have parents that are ultimately dream stealers, don't share your dream with them. You're setting yourself up for failure. Don't do it, right? And then you wonder why all of a sudden you feel all deflated after you've, oh, come on, that's probably one of those pyramid things. That's a big scam. You'll never make it in that. Look how many other things you failed at. It'll never work. right? How are you going to feel after that? Don't set yourself up for that, guys, okay? Protect your dream. Cut off contact with victims and the broke people, and look up, right? Look up at the higher vibration, and you should try to go back to back between 5 and 8 conversations with people in a high resonance. Okay, with people in a high resonance. 5 to 8. Okay, I'm sharing with you guys. This is what I do. This is my real formula right here on how to raise money, how to manifest, how to totally turn your life around. You could be at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom. These are the strategies that I do immediately. Okay, cut off the victims, cut off the broke people, raise up to the higher vibration. 5 to 8 back-to-back calls, phone, Google Hangout, some type of an exchange where you're on an energy portal. Okay, that will help to raise your vibration back up. Okay, you've got to have compressed energy, guys. Okay, now when you guys see me in a recruiting zone, I put out the bait, right? Personal development gets the most, just so you know, right? Personal development, mindset, thought-provoking, that type of stuff gets the most amount of people, you know, saying, oh yeah, that's so true. Oh, I agree with that. Yeah, oh yeah, good one. Yeah, post. Right? Now, what I'm going to do, all I want to say is, hey, such and such, how's it going? How's your day so far? Darren. I'm going to cut the bottom part. Don't pull the name in case you forget. When you get into a trance, sometimes I've seen people cut the name. They forgot to change it. Boom, they sent out, hey, John, to Mary. Right? Hey, John, how's it going? How's it going so far? It's going over to Mary. Whoops. Oh, my God. Right? And then they realize that they made a mistake. Right? You don't want to do that. So I only cut the bottom part, but I do it literally, guys, and I'm not kidding you. Like, I'm serious. I'm done. Hey, Tom, how's it going? How's it going so far? Hey, Mary, how's it going? I get my 25 done. It should not take you more than 40 minutes to have 25 connections. Okay? If it does, you're doing something wrong. Okay? It should not take you more than 40 minutes to cut and paste that 25 times. Now, if you're on a roll and you got more time, heck, do more. Right? And don't do it to, if you've said, hey, how's it going so far, to one person, the following day, if they show up in your wall again, be a little bit attentive to your business on who you've chatted with. So don't say the same thing to them over and over. But if you go 25 connections for 3 weeks, 3 weeks, guys, okay, that is, what, 600 contacts. Okay, I think it's 600. What is it? 25 times 21. I think it's around, I don't know what it is. I don't have a calculator here, but it's quite a few.
About over 500.
500 and some. Okay. So, so what I want for you to understand about this concept, okay? I'm going to pretend that today is my very first day. Okay? I've never ever done anything like this before my entire life. Okay? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm taking 3 days. Okay? And I'm not talking to anyone. 3 days. I'm not talking to a soul for 3 days. I'm getting my vision board completed. I'm getting my I am proclamation statements done. I'm getting my 5-year timeline all mapped out, right? I'm going to go through Unleash the Alpha Within, and I'm going to make a trip to the forest, and I'm going to ask for my breakthrough. No joke. I'm going to go out and have a conversation with the trees, and I'm going to say, I'm ready to go to the next level. I know that abundance is my birthright. I know that I'm here for a purpose. Bring it to me. I'm ready to face my fears. I'm ready to take my life to the next level. Show me in flashbacks. Show me in a dream. Show me on a screen. What do I need to do? Where do I need to go? Who do I need to talk to right now to get my breakthrough? I'm ready for it. bring it to the forest, okay? So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend whatever, I'm going to contact Todd Witherspoon, and I think he paid $150 for somebody to do his last step, right? So that's what I would do for my first 3 days. I can tell you this, if you did that, your time continuum would literally be so clear and such a free-flowing energy, and you would have already been emotionally connected to your celebration dinner. Now, once that happens, guys, you trick time. You trick time. Now all the gateways go and they open up. So now when you're communicating with people, you have no resistance, right? The other thing that you've got to understand is that if you watch a video today, right, on anything, today is the day that you want to be cutting a video about what you just learned, or doing a Facebook post, or doing a blog post about what you just learned. You don't have to have made a lot of money to be looked at as a leader. Okay? It's important that you guys get this. You do not have to have made a lot of money to be looked at as a leader. But what you do have to do is share value to be looked at as a leader. Okay? So if you are not sharing value, nobody's going to know you're a leader. And you're still trading time for money. Bottom line. Okay? So if today was day one and you were going through alpha training and you're working on your vision board, do you realize that a lot of people don't even understand the stuff about the vision board and reaching through and the horizon lines and, you know, not having rectangle syndrome going across, and how to work within the infinity pattern with the energy force, not pasting them around like a figure eight like this, but working that energy flow like this so that you can get right through and go through that to infinity, not having all the things all at the same size, you know, close cropping with an X-Acto blade, the 3 stages of the ripping, cutting, and pasting. Do you know that just by watching that video, you could share in your own voice what you just learned about the importance of a vision board and how it's going to get you emotionally connected to your vision and your dream so that your body is going to start communicating with the electrons, right? That, and you could be documenting the making of your vision board, right? Like, guys, here's me right now. I just want to let you know that I'm going through the first stage of the vision board, which is the ripping stage. These are the magazines that are really important because they got these really cool pictures. The Rob Report, Maxim, Chatelaine, Stuff Magazine, Golf Digest, National Geographic. You get these. Now you're doing the video, right? You're delivering the message of what you're learning. That's called leadership, guys. You don't have to have made a single penny, not a single penny, to do that first video. And what's really cool is that you could actually have 3 blog posts about the different stages of developing your vision board, right? How to make a 3-dimensional vision board, part 1, right? And the part 1, what's it going to be? Ripping. Got to get these magazines. Here's the tools you need. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Here's the first 5. So the video might only be like 4 or 5 minutes. Cool. Right? Come back on day 2 as I show you the next stage, which is the cutting. Okay? So in the first one, you talk about how you just rip really fast. Anything that changes your emotion, anything that taps you in your preferred state. Flip, flip, rip, rip. Right? Flip, flip, rip. Anything that changes your state. Fast, 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 fast. You may not use all those things that you've ripped out. Right? The next stage is going to be your cutting stage. You may not use all the things that you cut out. but there's going to be a metamorphosis that takes place along the way that's going to tap you into your inner child. You're going to actually start having flashbacks as you're doing this, right? And then you've got part 3. That's an example. There's 3 blog posts there about the evolution of doing a 3-dimensional vision board, and you're already perceived as the leader, right? So what's the next thing? What's the next thing that you could be talking about? Proclamations versus affirmations, right? You could be writing out your affirmations and then showing people the difference between reading an affirmation and doing a proclamation that's emotional, right? There's a whole nother blog post. There's a whole nother thing that you could do. Guess what's different? You're the voice. You're the leader that they're looking at. Now guess what magically starts happening? You get a following. People start to follow you. People start sharing your content, right? They never even maybe heard about these concepts before. So what you got to understand here, guys, is that this is the unfortunate part about this type of a business. People start a business, and the only thing that they can think of, I got to make commissions, I got to make commissions, I got to make commissions. Who can I sell my products to? I got to make commissions, I got to make commissions. They don't get the model. It's a leadership. If you start a business in a leadership business model and you're not being a leader, who's going to know? Who's going to know? Nobody. Okay? Nobody's going to know that you're a leader if you're not doing leadership activities, right? Makes sense, right? That makes sense, right? Doesn't it, Chad?
Big time, big time.
Okay. So, Jessica, when I'm going through this right now, are you having some light bulbs go on right now?
Yes, Darren.
Okay, cool. Here's the biggest challenge. People start the business, and because they haven't made enough money, okay, when they look themselves in the mirror, they go, here's what they say. This is their self-talk. Who would ever believe you? You haven't even made any money. You're not a leader. Who's going to believe you? And it's in their actual self-talk is in that whine, right? That's what they say to themselves, right? Plus, they also hear it in their mom or dad's voice talking to the little kid. So not only are they doing it to themselves, their parents are doing it to the little kid in the time continuum. And it's a double whammy. It's a double amount of pain, which takes you into lower vibration down the spiral. Oh, it'll never work. Maybe I shouldn't have left my job. It'll never work, right? So now all of a sudden, you've got the mountain starts to appear. The 10,000 that you thought was going to be so easy as the eagle, now you're back down to the bottom of the mountain trying to climb the top of the mountain like Mount Everest. And it looks really steep, right? This other direction, guys, it's a free-flowing energy. It's peaceful. There's no friction. The difference is this. You have to be prepared to be the naked soul, to be vulnerable, to reveal your real self, to not try to be someone, not try to be a persona, not try to be perfect, right? Like I was having a chat in when we were in Nashville with Ashley, right? And Ashley is very highly intelligent in quantum physics. She's been a day trader. She's done. She's got her own spa, and she's been a model. Okay, and she's been successful in all careers. I said, Ashley, let me share with you why your business is going to be stuck right now, because you are a perfectionist and you will not put out videos of being yourself. And it's going to keep you stuck here. It will keep you stuck. You won't make any money. You'll be completely flatlined. Okay? So we're now, I don't know, we're like 5 months in. Okay? She just had a breakthrough, I think, a couple of days ago, realizing that what I was saying for 4 months really was true, and she had an epiphany. So if you can make that shift from trying to be perfect to try to just be you, right? So here's an example. I was talking the last couple of days to Adalia, okay, who just popped on here recently. And she was like, well, I don't know about doing videos because, you know, I don't think people can understand my accent, right? That is a limiting belief, guys. Unless you can get over that belief, if you believe that to be true, you will create the reality for yourself to confirm your story. Okay? You will create the reality for yourself to confirm your story to be true. Your subconscious mind will only bring in the people and the events to confirm that what you believe that you just said is the truth. Okay? So I said, well, hold on a second here. Let's go watch one of Alex Zubarev's videos, because he has quite a heavy accent.
I was just thinking about that.
Right? And he's made over $1 million. Okay? Because he believes that he's landed on the opportunity of a lifetime, and it doesn't have anything to do with him. He's just the messenger, right? So what if you can't understand every single word that he says? You'll certainly feel his energy coming right through that video and see the smile on his face and realize that if you don't get on that train, you're going to be left by like dust by the side of the road, right? So what you got to understand here, there's two worlds, guys, that exist simultaneously. Two worlds. Over here is everything you want. Over here is everything that you don't want. Okay? Over here is what I call the free flow. The free flow. That's when your phone is ringing with incoming calls. People are messaging you versus you messaging them. People are phoning you, Skyping you. That's the free flow. Okay? They're asking you about your business. You run a campaign and people just sign up on their own. You don't even talk to them. They just enroll. Right? You're only talking to the people that are already bought something. That's this world. This world, oh, Darren, every time I don't know what to do. What do you mean? Every time I go to chat with somebody, they start pitching me on their business. Oh. Now, why is that? Your energy. You're stuck. Chances are you have not done your vision board, and you haven't done your proclamation statements. You still haven't opened up the vortex, so you got blockages. You haven't owned your timeline in the time continuum, and you haven't connected with your inner child. You have to connect with the 5-year-old little boy or girl inside from your past that just needs to know that everything is going to be okay. That just needs to have a hug. That's a journey, guys. That only comes from doing the mirror work. That only comes from cutting and pasting. That only comes from doing I love you, Darren, just the way you are. I accept myself unconditionally, even though part of me feels I don't deserve to be successful. That's all in the 7-figure profit maximizers. And I'm going to tell you guys this. People do pay me $3 grand for that information. And if you have not gone through that, you dislike suffering. That's all that I can say. You enjoy. You're addicted to suffering. That's the truth. And there's nothing wrong with that, because people that have addictions can still go into rehab and be rehabilitated. So don't think that just because you've got an addiction to suffering that you're a lost cause, or that you can never be healed, right? You can be healed. You just have to do the work, right? If you're avoiding the person in the mirror, and you won't do the mirror work, and you won't love yourself, right? And you won't surrender and relinquish and get through the emotions. You got to get the emotions out of your body, guys, if you're going to be a manifester. If I was blocked, I certainly wouldn't have been able to raise $23,000 in a week, guys. Okay? Wouldn't happen. Would not have been able to manifest that fast. Right? Now in the next round, when we do the next round, what you'll probably find, because we're going to have data now coming out, we're going to have a tidal wave coming forward. Now the people that were in the first phase are going to have to reserve their spots, otherwise their spot's going to be filled by somebody else, right? That's already followed the first campaign, right? So they're going to have to be walking forward in complete blind faith, right, guys? You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Walking forward in complete blind faith. Okay, I want to just acknowledge Shirley right now, guys, because Shirley, you know, is only like about a month in, maybe, I don't know, a month and a half or something like that. It's not a lot of time. Shirley she's basically peeled back the onion to get to her core naked soul, okay, her core naked soul. And what's amazing about this, when this happens, is that it comes through in a person's writing, it comes through in their blogging, it comes through in their videos, because when you watch their video, you just feel like you're sitting at the park having a picnic. Just mutual exchange, right? And Shirley got that. She went through, she committed to going through the alpha training, she did her vision board. You know, at the time when the vision board contest was going on, guys, she was still working a full-time job, and she got like about 300 and some odd 57 votes for her vision board. She won the vision board contest. She won $250 cash, plus she gets a 2-hour Millionaire Mentoring training session as well as a bonus. So I just want to acknowledge Shirley for taking massive action. You know, there's tons of people that start businesses that treat them like a hobby versus a real business. And, you know, good on you, Shirley. Like, seriously, I'm so proud of you for just taking massive action. So good on you for that. Okay, so any closing comments, guys, before we wrap up? If anybody wants to share any personal breakthrough that they've had here, that would be phenomenal. Anything that light bulbs have gone on with this last couple of weeks, whatever, just fire away.
Well, I just wanted to add that you really don't have to be perfect, as you said, to start, because you know you need to understand that it's generated. You know, you have to start to be great. And so even for me, when I first did my first YouTube tutorial on Google Analytics, that was a trial run, and I was extremely tired. I wasn't even planning on posting it or anything, but then I thought, hey, well, let me keep going with this because it's gone somewhere. And then once I was done with it, I posted it. I just posted it on YouTube, and now it's on front page Google, and so it's my blog, and yeah, and I really didn't even expect that. So, and to be honest, I mean, it wasn't even the best video. my sisters, they all watched it, and they're like, you sound so boring. You sound like you're gonna fall asleep. And I was gonna fall. I mean, I was super tired. This is around midnight. But then again, you don't have to be perfect to start, and it really does lead somewhere no matter what. So just get it going.
Awesome, awesome. Appreciate that. Anybody else want to share at all? Any breakthroughs that they've had here this last week?
For me, definitely as far as the importance of leading with value. I've been going through, I actually got a bonus product from getting the Prospectus app. You can unlock a bonus product after you download it, Top Producer Formula, and they go into detail on pretty much how Dave Wood really went from zero to $30,000 a month in 90 days. And it's all about leading with value and solving your direct target market's problems. So you're building responsiveness with your list. So then and I actually started doing this. I implemented it into my business, and I've already had it produce cash flow. And it was just a lead that came in, a lady that had messaged me. She had already watched my video, the $1 Million Twitter Formula, before I even talked to her. And it was just like there was no resistance because she already went through like over an hour of value. And she's in another network marketing company. And it's just really night and day when you just decide to lead with value, and then it builds authority. It puts you in authority position. So then it's just all around. I mean, that's what you want to do, is lead with value through all of your content and solve problems. That was a big breakthrough for me.
Awesome, awesome. Tracy, any breakthroughs this last week?
No, not really. Still working on it.
Okay, cool.
Well,
cool. Any breakthroughs tonight?
One thing I want to add about that is my dad, like literally his story is just so great for anyone who's like seeing this video for the first time, because he was not only, new to the world of online marketing, but he was also new to even having a computer or even having social media in general. And in 2 months, he literally just made the decision he was going to do it, follow my lead, and now he's personally sponsored 9 people in 2 months. And if you look at the numbers for the whole network marketing industry, that just blows them out of the water, because the average person only sponsors 2 people ever, and he's completely brand new, and he's already sponsored 9 people in 2 months just from following Darren's training, following some of my pointers and stuff. And literally, yeah, he's already sponsored 9 people. So I mean, that's just a massive testimonial right there, going from literally as brand new as you can be to getting results and actually smashing the average results of the whole entire industry. And then an important thing to note is that he's not even recruiting friends and family. He did it all from online.
Wow, that's phenomenal! Congratulations, Tracy. I didn't know how many people you'd recruited. Reba, any breakthroughs this week? Looks like we lost Reba. Jessica, any breakthroughs this week?
Yeah, Darren. I actually did a couple of Google Hangouts.
Oh, nice.
And everything. Some training, leaving value. So I'm getting out there. I'm getting out of my comfort zone and just doing it. So I'm excited.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's a major breakthrough for you there. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, thank you.
Helen, any breakthroughs this last week?
I'm putting myself back on the computer again. I've been away from the computer for a bit, right? Lower my energy down to 5 minutes. As I keep come back up, but I force myself to step out on the computer. Definitely, I will be with the co-op the next one that you guys set up.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Gladys, I saw you did a screen share. Congratulations. Are you there, Gladys?
Yeah. Yeah. Hi.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I noticed that you'd done a screen share. You're putting some content out there. Phenomenal. Congratulations on that. Any other breakthroughs?
Yeah, I think I will spend more time on the leaderboard to have some examples about the emails and yeah.
Fantastic. Adalia, any breakthroughs last week, last couple days? Oh, you're muted. Unmute yourself there. Unmuted.
I started my vision board, so that's a breakthrough. I'm cutting
Nice, nice.
magazines. And I was at the festival this afternoon, and I met someone that's been on my Facebook for over a month. And finally, he said to me, Adalia, finally, I'm going to join you. I've seen all your posts, blog posts, and now I believe, like, you know, I see how successful you're doing right now, and he's going to join me tonight. So
Oh,
that's
fantastic.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Ah, that's great. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, you got Darren Little here with the MLM Superheroes. We're going to wrap up for tonight. What I can say for you is that if you do not have your ticket to the event, you are going to be left 8 months behind, guys. And I'm not saying this in a bad way. I'm saying this because you need to make this part of your business, okay? That's where the breakthroughs happen, okay? The breakthroughs happen at the events. Now, what I would encourage you to do is to buy your ticket, right, which is like $149 or something like that. Buy your actual ticket, right, and let the universe figure out the rest. I mean, there's people that have, you know, shared 4 or 5 people in a room. I've seen people that have slept in the lobby. I've seen people that have slept in their cars. I've seen people that have hitchhiked all the way across the country to be able to get to the event, okay? So they've gotten there for a reason. And their life's completely changed and transformed after that, right? And one of those people, guys, just so you know, was Justin Varengia and Dee, right? They really struggled in the very beginning, and now they made over $1 million. How about that, right? So really, really important that you get to the event and that, you know, you put a priority to get your team to the event. Now, here's what I will tell you. From a couple people that have been to events, right? Like Chad's been to an event, Jessica's been to an event, Helen's been to an event. Here's what I will tell you. Do you wish that you had 20 or 30 people on your personal team at that event that you went to? Chad?
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Every event I'm just focusing on those numbers increasing. So the first event, Jessica was there, so big shout out to Jessica for making it.
Fantastic. So Jessica, same thing with you. You had a personal breakthrough in Nashville. Can you imagine if you had 20 people that were at that event with you? Where do you think you might be right now in your business if 20 people from your personal team were at that event?
Complete 180. It'd be awesome.
You'd be in a different spot right now, right?
A very different spot, yes.
Okay. So what I'm going to share with you guys here is that's your goal, okay? So the way that this works, a lot of people don't really understand the formula. Here's the formula. You have 3 months to collectively put together a group of people to emotionally tap them into their dream, right, so much, and create such a sense of urgency for them to get to that event that they're actually booking their ticket, right, to the event when they start. That's your job as a leader to get that person understanding the business model. You got 3 months to assemble a group of people and get them to an event. Okay? Now the new group of people has 3 months to assemble their team to get to the next event. Right? That's how the business works. Now your goal Your goal is that if you just started, right, your first goal should be to have 3 to 5 people at the first event, right? The next goal, right, should be to have 15 to 20 people at the next event, right? The next goal would be to have 30 or 40 people at the next event, collectively, not just you. Okay, that means that their teams start to become part of your team, right? Because it's exponential, right? Make sense, guys? Everybody?
Yep.
Everybody can
Yep.
grow?
Yes.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So you've got Darren Little here with the MLM Superheroes. If you're just watching this as a replay, guys, here's what I'm going to tell you. We have a blueprint. We have a formula. We have Millionaire Mentoring that we do weekly. We help to teach people the actual science, the blueprint behind getting rich. I'm talking about quantum physics. I'm talking about being able to manifest and create whatever it is that you want in your reality. Whatever you want in your reality. And the only thing standing between you and your dream, between you and your preferred state, between you and stepping into the next level of becoming a leader and becoming a 7-figure plus income earner, we will be creating 100 millionaires per year. The only thing standing between you and that dream is you. That's it, right? Because you have a support system here, right? You can lean on the team. We've got value that you can lean on, right? And then as you learn, you start to earn, right? It's an earn while you learn strategy, right? So what I would encourage you to do is this. If this is on a page, click the link that's around this video and take action. Throw your hat over the wall. We have helped people go from completely homeless, living on the couch of a friend's house, and 6 months later having a $20,000 month. So it's very, very possible. It can happen for you too, okay? So click the link below or to the side. My name's Darren Little with the MLM Superheroes. I look forward to meeting you in person one day, and I look forward to seeing you at the top. Bye for now.